Ladies and gentlemen, it's happy hour. Cheers. Welcome back to another episode of Happy Hour, where today we're checking out another brand new game. This is very different from anything we've checked out on the channel so far. Remember when you were a kid? Or maybe you are a kid and you don't remember, but when I was growing up, we had books called Choose Your Own Adventure. You would read through a couple pages, it would give you some options. If you select this, you go to this page, whatever, and you're able to work through a novel, making choices your own that were impactful, and you got led to different endings. That's what we're doing today. We're going to check out a game called Blood Moon, an interactive novel by Barbara Truelove. So without further ado, let's get into it, see how it goes. All right, here we go. Cut the music. And we have to give it a second. There's something with the game with it. It takes it a second to capture. I hope it captures. Come on. Be there. Be there. Really? There it is. Okay. First thing is that we saw this. It's white. It's white is all get out. Like, where is a shred of a dark mode? So let's go into the menu. Let's change settings. Can we get a dark mode?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him. We got the dark mode. Okay, great. All right, let's return to the game here. Now we've got dark mode enabled. I think we're good to go. Yeah, we're gonna click on one. If there's no music, we're gonna play a little chill hop in the background. Hopefully it's royalty free. Yeah, I don't think there's any music. Okay, hang on. Let me press play over here. All right. There we go. Little music in the background. Okay. You are a werewolf. Okay, I told you this is so different than games we normally play. You are also woman, man, or non-binary. We're gonna go man. Your name is Lucas, Will, Jason, Tristan, or none of these are my name. Look, none of them are my name. Let me type it in. Yes, let's go, Joe. Let's go. You were raised by your mother in her pack, so we're a werewolf. Those memories are vivid to you and bright, some happy, others confusing, a few even sad, but all of them clear. When they died, everything became dark, echoing, and fuzzy. The moon called you every night, called to you. Look, I'm gonna mess up some reading, okay? So just bear with me. Sometimes with a whisper, sometimes with a deafening scream. But you held onto yourself. You found another pack. Sorry. Small, poor, but willing to take you in. You've been with them for over a year now. Things are starting to feel normal again. You can think again, and you can reflect. Those months of isolations took a lot from you, but they also taught you the most important thing about being a werewolf. Protect your pack at all costs. Don't let the moon or the wolf inside control you. You're a person, not a monster. Be kind. You wouldn't have survived if the new pack hadn't taken you in. Survived, and what happens survived, there are no rules. Look, we found a pack. They were willing to take us in. I think protect the pack. We're family. We're fam here. Sometimes you wonder if that's what you truly believe or just what you tell yourself to justify your actions. Look. I see what you did there.
Bruh.
I see what you did there. Okay. Chapter 1. It's night. That's why we turned on dark mode. It's the kind of night Edgar Allan Poe would enjoy. Spooky as hell, not to mention fucking cold. Watch your language. You're standing on the side of the road under the eave. This is like Zork. Props if you know that reference. You're standing on the side of the road under the eaves of an all-hours coffee shop wearing a cheap coat that's doing absolutely nothing against the biting chill. Around you, the city is sleeping. Or as much as a city this size ever sleeps. There are lights on in the nearby apartment building, and somewhere in the distance you can hear a siren. But there are no people on the streets, no scent in the wind, no octopi. It should be octopi, right? Not this. It should be octopi. Also, this music, I just randomly picked it. What is happening here? I'm digging this music. I seriously hope it's royalty free. It says it is. Okay, I'm sorry. You frown and turn to eye the man standing beside you. Marco isn't looking at you. Polo, he's bouncing from foot to foot, a steaming coffee in one hand, a lit cigarette in the other. With the help of a nearby street light, you can pick out the shape of his face, sharp and angular, beneath a mane of shaggy blonde hair. What did you say? Octopuses. He says the word again and blows away a mouthful of smoke. Or is it octopi? What?
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 It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Yes, we called it. Anyway, that's my answer. Excuse me? What the are you talking about? You asked me the other day who I thought had the freakiest sex?
Bruh.
Or was it Ed? Yeah, maybe Ed asked that. Anyway, I reckon it's octopi. The male... What? The male literally rips off his testicle and gives it to the female? Can you imagine? You're down at the reef eating some fish, and over at the coral you see this tentacled babe squirting ink left and right like it's no one's ocean but hers. The Scarlett Johansson of octopuses. What are we doing? What's happening right now? What has become of happy hour? What is this? He pauses to huff on a cigarette and coughs as he exhales. She's all yours. But if you want to have sex with her, you have to reach down, calm, because the ladies don't like the jittery sort, and rip off your... What? Just rip it off and pass it over? That's disgusting. We're on lookout, not talking about animal sex. Nah, it's not for octopuses. They're vanilla compared to ducks. I have 2 words. What? What are we doing right now? Tell me again why I'm stuck working with you? No, it's we're meant to be on lookout. We're not talking about this. No reason we can't do both. Besides, are you seriously telling me you would rather stand here freezing our asses off, keeping an eye out for who knows what in silence? If the only other option is octopus sex, then yes, fine. No more octopus sex. Thank goodness. But... you have to admit it's weird that we're out here, right? I mean, I love the alpha. He gave me a chance when no one else would, blah, blah, blah. But this is crazy. No one is going to try anything on a night like this. He has a point. Normally, you wouldn't be outside this late or in this sort of weather. At least not on 2 legs, and not in this side of the full moon. But the city is new territory for the pack. And the alpha has everyone taking turns keeping watch until he is sure no local hero decides to turn their silver cutlery collection into an anti-werewolf arsenal. What? Silver dagger to the heart. It's been a week. It has been a week. So far, no one has tried to stab you with a serving spoon. Probably because most city people don't believe in werewolves, witches, or any other type of paranormal anymore. Sure, plenty of houses still have wards over the front door, and there's always some peddler pushing protection amulets in the subway station, but most of the time it's really only the hunters you have to worry about. Can't blame him for being careful. Vicky and Ed will be here soon, then we can go to bed. You're right, he's overreacting. I don't mind. It's nice. No. He's not overreacting. You're right. Yeah, I can't blame him for being careful. Yeah, Marco sighs. I know. Cities are dangerous places. I get it. He downs the last of his coffee and tosses the cup into a nearby bin. But still, we came here for a better life, didn't we? No more living in shitty trailers out in the middle of nowhere. I'll tell you one thing. I kind of like the middle of nowhere. Space to run, and I'll tell you another. My trailer may not have been nice, but it was a hell of a lot warmer than shift in the wind. It's not much, barely a whiff, but you catch it. Werewolf. Marco had scented too. He's turning his head, sucking in breath after breath, trying to figure out exactly which direction the smell is coming from. Is it one of the pack, you ask? Vicky? Ed? Okay, wait. So the werewolves are named Vicky? Like Marco? Okay, great. Vicky and Ed are like our two homie werewolves? I don't, Marco begins, another gust of wind. The smell reaches you again. This time it's clearer, closer. Werewolf, wild and unfamiliar. A stranger in pack territory. A surge of white-hot instinct rushes through you. The wolf inside stirs. You feel wild. You feel angry. The city might be new to the pack, but that doesn't mean it isn't already yours. If a wolf wanted to enter, they would have howled. They should have howled. Or at the very fucking least, sent the alpha a text. What are we doing? But they didn't. They came in unannounced in the middle of the night. Invader, intruder, enemy. You want to attack. Howl, bite, rip, and kill. You want to show the trespasser just how wrong they were coming here. Push down the instinct, wait for whoever the hell Vicky and Ed are. Push down the instinct, we should be careful, approach slowly, or you give in to the instinct and run towards the scent. It's a stranger? We're going all in. Marco's right beside you. He growls. His growls match your own. You run on two legs, but move as swiftly as animals, taking advantage of the darkness and the cold, empty streets. A dog barks. The wind howls. But nothing stops you as you race along a deserted road through a grid of tangled alleyways and into a small car park. The scent is stronger here, hot in your nose, but also oddly nuanced. It tugs at something in you. Something you can't name. You slow to a stop as you find what you're looking for, crouched between two parked cars. Leave me alone! A woman, small and skinny, with piercing gray eyes and a matted mane of messy brown hair. Marco steps forward with a growl. Instantly, the nails on her hands aren't nails anymore, but vicious looking claws. I said, leave me alone! She's scared. Of course she's scared. Marco looks like a werewolf from a budget horror movie. Twitching, snarling, shivering. His hair is wild and his eyes gleam unnaturally bright in the darkness. You probably don't look much better, but at least your teeth feel relatively flat. Your vocal cords closer to human than wolf. You can talk if you want to. You can talk if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. No talking, just attack. You pull yourself up straight, try to look intimidating. You're on pack land. Or you put your hands up and try to look unassuming. We just want to talk. No, you're on pack land. GTFO. Packland, she echoes, voice high, maniac. I guess that wasn't voice high. Why'd I say maniac? Voice high, manic. Since when? This is my home, my turf. You can't just come in and take it. That doesn't make sense. No, you say, shaking your head. There is no pack here. We howled for days. No one answered. I don't have a pack. It's me, just me. That was it then. She was packless, astray. Just like you once were. It explained a lot. Wolves don't do well on their own, mentally or physically. You see again her narrow limbs and the wild, unhealthy light in her eyes. Well, it's our land now. You need to talk to the alpha or you need to leave. She straightens and says, if I don't, then we'll kill you. It isn't an idle threat. It can't be. If another wolf goes savage and kills on your land, it won't matter to the hunters if they are part of your pack or not. One dead human always means a dozen dead wolves. You've heard of it happening in other places. You're not going to let it happen here. Your pack is all you have. What's it going to be? Fuck you, she spits.
Bruh.
Quicker than you imagine possible, she charges out from between the cars and leaps at Marco. The two go down in a chorus of howls. You smell the hot tang of blood. Attack. The wolf inside you howls with rage. She attacked your pack. She should pay with blood. Your claws sink into her arm, your teeth into her shoulder. Your face doesn't feel human. It doesn't matter. You bite down and tear away from Marco. You taste blood, and immediately you feel sick. You drop her, retching. It doesn't make sense. You've tasted blood before. You've hunted feral deer, and devoured their warm carcasses under the light of a full moon. Blood, bone, flesh, you've savored it all. But her blood, there's something wrong with it, something rotten. Scojo, Marco yells. You look up in time to see the stray run out of the car park. Marco is close on her heels. Fuck. With a groan, you spit the last of her blood out of what now feels like a human mouth and follow. She's fast, really fast, and able to pivot like a goddamn ballerina. You lose sight of her several times and she swerves through the streets. Your legs burn as you try to keep pace. But you do keep up, and so does Marco. He's closer, almost close enough to grab her. But every time he tries, she ducks, twists, and vanishes down another alleyway. You snarl in frustration. There's a highlight. If you stuck around for that moment right there, you have to thumbs up. You got to comment. Let me know you were here for the snarl. Let me know. Make sure you're subscribed. Also, thanks for being here. 17 minutes into this story. Then you hear it. A howl. It's not an audible sound. It's not really a sound at all. It's a knowing deep in your bones. We're here. Marco hears it too. The stray doesn't, despite the fact that Vicky and Ed... The fucker?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Are doing nothing to keep the broadcast quiet. She must have been packless for a long time to be so deaf. You, though, you feel Vicky and Ed as they clamber out of a nearby car and run along a parallel street. Pack. The music at the same time. Marco lunges for the stray again, but you see it for what it is. It isn't a grab this time. It's a feint, and she falls for it, veering away to race down another narrow side street straight towards Vicky and Ed. Marco grins. It's a savage grin, ugly, toothy. Your own teeth feel healthy and crude in your mouth. You're not grinning, though. It's like bad ventriloquism. You're snarling like a bad ventriloquism. A part of you, the part that usually only surfaces when you're on four legs, is enjoying this. The chase, the hunt. You need to end this quickly and cleanly before you lose control. You pick up your pace. I thought this was the choose your own adventure. You're running shoulder to shoulder with Marco as you chase a stray into a park. She cuts through a decorative hedge and across a stretch of mown grass. Not unmown grass, not grass that has kind of been unkempt. It's been freshly cut. There's a playground at the other end, one of those bright modern ones with plastic slides and soft edges everywhere, not like the metal ones that you had when you grew up, that in the summer were pure torture to slide down. Somehow, in the dim flickering light of a distant street lamp, it looks sinister as hell. Pack, pack, pack. Panda, panda, panda. Pack, 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 pack. The stray reaches the playground and skids to a stop. Her eyes wide, she tries to turn to run back the way she came, but it's too late. She glanced back at the monkey bars and was quickly pulled back into her childhood. Okay, never mind. Vicky and Ed emerge from the darkness, one from the left, another from the right. They move in perfect harmony as they pounce, bringing her to the ground in a shower of dirt. She lashes out, but it's no use. You and Marco are there in a matter of seconds. She is outnumbered 4-1. You can see by the panic in her eyes, she knows it. You help hold her still, or you attack her? We didn't like the taste of her blood, so we're going to hold her still. The second you're close enough, you help Vicky and Ed pin her to the ground, making sure she can't get her claws or teeth into either of them. Once she realizes she's immobilized, she starts talking, voice high and terrified. I'm sorry, don't hurt me, please. We're not going to hurt you, Ed says, right? What's going on, Vicky asks. Who is she? What happened? What happened to her, Ed asks, staring at the stray. There are several deep gouges in her arm and a bite mark on her shoulder that clearly came from canine maw. Ed's eyes move to you. He's looking at the blood that you know must be smeared around your mouth. Did you do this? Yeah, you admit. Fuck. It wasn't meant to turn out this way. She attacked us, Marco explains. Skojo had no choice. Ed looks at the three of you uncertainly. He's in his 20s, but in that moment, he looks closer to 12. Vicky isn't as slow in the uptake. A stray. Yeah, Marco snarls. Skojo told her he could leave or talk to the alpha. She could leave or talk to the alpha. She decided attacking us was the better option. Please, the stray whispers, please. She's dangerous, Vicky says. We should kill her. Kill? Ed squeaks. You can't be serious. Vicky doesn't say anything. Her eyes are unwavering, the set of her lips firm. Vicky and Ed, they're siblings, though you'd never know it looking at them. While they're both dark-skinned, Ed is short with artfully messy hair and a penchant for oversized sweaters. Vicky is tall and muscular, keeps her hair in long, neat braids, and possesses a seemingly endless supply of black tank tops. They came to the pack a year before you. You don't know their story, but it doesn't take a genius to realize Vicky is the one used to making the hard choices. Please, the stray says again. I'm sorry, please. We should take her to the alpha, Ed insists. Okay, Marco rasps, and how do we do that without getting our faces clawed off? I won't hurt you, the stray begs, I promise. I don't believe you, Marco says. He's still angry, but his voice is also a hell of a lot more human than it had been during the chase. His hands and breathing steadier, his back in control. I'm not killing someone, Ed says, and neither are any of you. We're not monsters. She tried to kill us, Marco reminds him, but the fight is quickly ebbing out of his voice. Besides, look at her. She doesn't even know where she is right now. It'd be a mercy. Please, the stray pleads. I'm sorry, please. She's with the moon, Vicky mutters, a polite woof way of saying batshit insane. She's been stray too long. We're all strays, Ed protests. She's just scared. Please. 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 Let's chase her out of her turf, Marco suggests. What if she... How is the music going to this? Let's chase her out of our turf, Marco suggests. What if she comes back, Vicky says, voice eerily calm. What if she kills? No, Ed growls, really growls. He's angry. You can't do that. You can't kill her based on what ifs. It's fucking sick. The stray's eyes are wide and terrified and locked onto you. Ed's right. We should take her to the Alpha. He'll know what to do. She's dangerous, but she doesn't deserve to die. We should take her out of town. I don't like it, but she's with the moon. Batshit crazy. If we don't kill her, she'll kill someone else. You know what I say? Take her to the Alpha. Ed looks at you thankfully. Yeah, the Alpha will know what to do. We don't need to hurt her. Marco seems uncertain, but also relieved to not be the one making the decision. Vicky's watching you, her face set, unreadable. Poker face. Poker face. Poker face. Don't read those lyrics, by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, she finally relents, but how are we going to get her there? You look at the stray. Her shoulders covered with blood. Her skin is unnaturally white. She's hurt badly. It's a wonder she managed to run as far as she did. You crush down the guilt that thought sparks in your chest. There's no time for it. You need to solve this problem. She's too hurt to fight back. You take off your jacket, press it against a wound on her shoulder, or she's hurt but still dangerous. You take off your jacket and use it to bind her wrists together. That's what we do. She grimaces, doesn't fight you. Grimly, you wonder if this is the right thing to do. Perhaps it would have been kinder to let her go. Perhaps it would have been smarter to kill her. But despite those doubts, you've made your choice. She's going to face the Alpha. And so are you. And ladies and gentlemen, that is chapter 1. What are we doing? What are we doing? What? Look. I don't know. At the beginning, I was like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, okay, a little bit drawn in. I kind of want to know what's going to happen. Look, if you made it the whole way, talk to me. Do you want this to be a YouTube series? Do you want us to play this game all the way through? I'm tempted to do it, but I need your feedback. Let me know in the comments down below. If you want us to play through this game and dictate it, we'll do it. If I don't hear anything, so be it. But I thank you for being here. I thank you for your support. We're close to 500 subscribers now on YouTube, and I appreciate it. It's taken a lot to get here, and I'm looking forward to what's to come. I hope we can hit 1,000 someday. Anyway, thanks for your support. Thanks for being here. Hit the thumbs up. Leave me the comment. Let's make this a series. Or not. Let me know. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, night, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. Until next time, take care of yourself. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Again. Don't worry about facing the Alpha. I have no idea what to say. Anyway, good night. We'll see you. We're out of here. Bum, 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 bum. It's good music, right? All right, here we go. Oh my God, what just happened? Holy shit. Sincerely hope. That's fucking This is insane. Holy shit.